Hello YouTubers. Right, okay. So I was sat thinking about the journal tiles that I've been doing, been showing you. And then I sat and thought, well, you don't actually have to use a print like this. We could, if we wanted to, use, so don't have to use that. I don't know if you can see that. We could use embellishments, which made me think that when on my last video that I released, I was very excited about some embellishments my husband had found up in the loft. And I thought what I might do is have a little look at putting some of them on there. So I started sorting my embellishments drawer out. Now please, ladies and gentlemen, do not judge. I was originally a level 3 nail technician with my own business. Due to arthritis, I had to shut it all down and hand it all in, and it was very, very upsetting at the time. I'd worked very hard for it. However, that's the embellishment my husband found the other day. Now, I haven't seen those embellishments, it must be for 5 or 6 years. I mean, we've moved twice since then. And obviously you just go out, you see things, you buy them in the sale, no different, which is what I've been doing. And then today I was looking in my embellishments drawer and thought, holy cow, I can't fit anything else in there. So I pulled it all out, and then I thought, right, why shouldn't we use some of this as a tile? So that's what my plan is, ladies and gentlemen. So I've got a piece of Fimo Clay, just a piece of lilac. Actually, it was some purple, so just some bits I had laying around. So I mixed it up and it's come up with a beautiful lilac colour. And if you can see it, I don't know whether you can see the shine, there's a sparkle in there. I think that was from some white that got mixed in with it. So I'm very, very pleased with the colour that we've got, but I think I'd quite like to do it on the thickest setting on my pasta machine. I've just been sat umming and ahhing about it. So I'm just going to run that through. So I've got a nice thickness, because rather than what we have been doing, which is using a print, which obviously you do need a little bit thicker for, but we're going to be embedding stuff into it. So here we go. I'll use this side because that side looks like it has dog hair in it. Thank you, my puppy and my older Rottweiler. It's whose sort of guess as whose it is. And I thought we'd have a little look. Now, I'm just going to run through some of the bits I've got, and then I want to use some Swarovski crystals and whatnot, and see what sort of happens. And some serrated edging we've got here, which is part of the Fimo, or actually I think that could be the Sculpey's blade set. Fimo or Sculpey's, one of the two. So in here, so I'll start this side, I have eyes. All manner of eyes, if you can see in there. These are glass eyes, because I don't feel clever enough, nor do I feel confident enough to make my own. Although at some point I am going to have a go at some resin. So what I'd like to do with that one at a later date, which probably might be next week, is get some resin and have a little look at it together. So these are plastic ones, which I made a crocodile for my daughter, and they're the eyes that go when I bought for it. So that's just my eyes. My eyes, keep them all together. Thank you very much. That was the coffee fairy. Okay, and then I found these, which are just letters. Now these have never even been out of the packet. Why they're open, I don't know. They're just very large letters, which would be great to either use or put them in and cut round them. So that's really good. That's got the whole alphabet in there. They're called lowercase strawberry 40 letters. Yeah, vintage wood. So they are really good. I say they're really good, but I've never actually used them. Okay, then I found these. Now bear in mind, some of this is from nails, some of this has been from cake making, and I've always been quite an arty-farty person. So some of this actually goes quite far back from when I used to do drawings and things like that, but I can't actually hold the pencil for that amount of time any longer. So I've got, if you can see that one, these are made from like paper mache, not paper mache. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Plaster cast? Plaster of Paris, as my husband whispers, which you'll probably be able to hear him. He's very funny. Right, See, plaster of Paris, already printed. I bought them like this. I think I had 2 of these, but I have no idea whether even... I'm not even going to ask where the other one is, because, like I say, we've moved 3 times in the last 3 years due to me being poorly. We've had to move out of our family home, basically, that we brought our children up in for 18 years, and then because of me we had to move because I was poorly. So there is stuff all over the place, and we're still finding stuff. I mean, we had just sorting through the loft, like I said the other day. We're still finding stuff that we've packed from our original old family house. So it's possibly up in the loft somewhere, but they're great, but I don't really know what I'd use them for. I guess I could paint them in, like, with the iridescent colours. Is it Ernie barking at our cat? Barking at our cat while standing on my husband. And I got a face, which is a bit weird, I suppose. But then I've got the mould for this, so I could actually make my own face. And actually, we could actually turn that into a mould. If I used the heat gun and just covered it in glue, that would come off and be rubberised, or whether I just buy some mould putty and put around it, and that can end up being quite a nice mould. Okay, then we got bits like this, which are, anybody knows in cake making, that's what these are for. They go in the centres of flowers, which are still great to use in the centres of flowers, even in clay ones. And you can also use them for a butterfly, if you can see there. Oh dear, like that. So they're great for butterflies as well, but I keep all them together. I've got some more smaller ones in that somewhere. They're in one of the drawers. Then I found all these. Ernie! No. Now I always have used my daughter, my 7-year-old, as an excuse to buy things. Oh, this would be great for her to do this, that and the other with. And as you can see, these were bought last year and never been used. These are just wooden cutouts of bicycles. There's a pack of about 500 there, look. Now, the way I do these is if you go onto Amazon and you look, and as long as it's not stuff you need immediately, and you buy it, I think I bought those for 80p. So you order them all, and it sometimes takes up to 3 months for it to come through, but for 80p you get then a slow string of bits and bobs. It's not just those, there's all sorts of embellishments that you can purchase, pens, paints, all that sort of thing, and you pay literally like 26p for them. I bought my daughter 12 pairs of the plastic scissors with all the different edgings on. I think I paid something stupid like 98p for them. Okay, I'll wait 3 months for them, but to be honest, I'd forgotten by the time they come that I'd even ordered them, so it was a really nice surprise. But that's where I get all of this sort of bits from. I just, on Amazon, if you look at go onto Amazon, go onto any page or anything like that, and look right at the very bottom, or just type in embellishments, and you get some really pretty stuff. Can you see that? Ernie! Oh, he's being ever so naughty. Monkey. Very pretty again. Lady sat on the moon. Again, I've never used, I don't really know what I'd use them for, to be honest. Maybe if I painted them and whatnot, or, I don't know, come up with something. I could find something. Ernie! Come on now. There's a bit of wood. Oh, he's 7 months of naughtiness. Then I found these. These come with string. So you could probably get these and you could hang them. They'd probably be nice around the house. Perhaps 3 of them or 2 of them or whichever. Coloured. They're nice, but again, I've never used them. But if I wanted to sit down with my 7-year-old and do something, it wouldn't take much to find something to do. Then I've got glitters. Green, gold, and purple, red, silver. I've probably got some more of these if I look, but I haven't been out in the cupboard. This is just what was in my drawer. Again, craft embellishment sort of design. They're made of that same stuff. If I pushed it, they'd crack in half. Okay. These are great. You're supposed to push the bits out and use the bits on mixed media sort of stuff. But I kept this bit that got pushed out of, because it actually makes a really good and a really nice, if it's rolled into polymer clay, or clay, I suppose it'd be a bit messier, but it will still work, I suppose, and it leaves a beautiful imprint in it. So that's never, always sort of keep bits like that. Then I bought these. They're a bit random, but that was in the Works sale. I think I paid 25p or something for them. And then these, I thought these were lovely, really nice. £1 from the Works in the sale. And it keeps going on and on and on. My just clear embellishments from the Works in the sale. £1. I actually paid 50p for them. Those ones, black, silver, and they're like they're not clear. £1, down from £2. Pack of feathers. Didn't even know I had these. I think I must have bought one of my children from many, many years ago, which would be for my daughter if it was, for my older daughter. Make your own, oh goodness, what are they called? Dream catcher. And she never did it, obviously, or she started it, didn't like it, and then it ended with me having all the stuff, because I've got everything. All of this, I think, came with it. I mean, these are pieces of leather, got some beautiful ribbons, netting, got a pack of net in there. Of course, these are the things that I used to use on my nails, because of all the textures, when you're airbrushing, because I can airbrush and all that sort of thing. And I have got an airbrush kit, somewhere for the nails, but I can't find those at the moment. I've got one for fondant, but I don't want to use that and put paint in it, because at some point I will have to make more cakes, because I am the cake maker of the family. This is good stuff. It's, if you're doing a flower and you want a stem on it, you can use a metal piece or whatever, and you just literally push it together like so, and then just keep it going around, and it sticks, and it hides, and it's green, and it makes it look like a proper stem. Okay, so that's that. That's, again, fondant work. It's not, I mean, it's very old. It's probably not as sticky as it should be. Then I have these two. Now, this is really, really, really naughty, but, like I said, I've been collecting these for years. Stars, plain stars, beads. Now, these are cheap embellishments, and I put these in the oven on some clay work one day, and they melted. So I'm not overly keen on those, but in here I've got things like this. Got lots of bits like that, as you can see. I like bits like that. They're great because you can use them in clay or anything really. They just look good. Some of them have got holes in. They have not. That's those ones. The pear or teardrop ones, they've got a hole in the top. And the orangier ones, those ones, they've got a hole in the top. Again, there's some more. I think that came off that Dreamcatcher wannabe. I've got pegs, we've got beads, cogs, you name it, we've got it in here. Weird things, can you see that? Very, very odd things. I've got embellishments. They've got a little ring on the top. They're like charms. I've got sticky on ones, I've got pins in here. I've got beads, like actual beads. I've got ladybirds. Ladybirds, I hear you say. Yes, I'm not joking. Ladybirds. They're sticky ladybirds. That's in that one, and then in the other one, I've got jewellery. Now, these are old necklaces that I no longer use or no longer want. There's no keyring, but it's got my husband's name on it, so I'd have to put it the wrong way up. Just trying to find. some more embellishments. There's a bag in here of, came from my Arteza clay, comes with it. It's full of beads and earring tops and phone tops. So when you make something, you can basically use connect a key ring to it and things like that. Some glass stars, they're lovely. I really like these. I will do another video and show you what I've got out in the shed next. But it's things like that. It's an old necklace. I haven't used it for many, many years. Years ago, in my younger days, I used to work in offices. So I used to have to be a little bit more formal. I've got these, which is for nails, which is really messy stuff, I'm not going to lie, if you can see that. It's just flakes, basically. But they're really, really messy, and they get on everything. They stick to everything as well. So they're a bit of a nightmare, I'm not going to lie. And then, on top of all that, I have my very, very, very exciting tin. Okay. Ernie! Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. I just cleared away some of the stuff, some of my embellishments, because it's got a little bit crowded up here, shall we say. I also wanted to just say, I keep a bit of sponge. I use the back for texture. Works great. Even the front does leave some little funky holes, little sort of patterns. Worth having, just a hand. Right, now I wanted to quickly just show you through this bit. In here is where I put all my strings, pipe cleaners, wire, and I also put all my stencils, my flat stencils live in here. See, I've got a wall behind there. I've also got a clock. I've got literally all manner of things in here, which is really, really good for using on clay. But you do have to be a little bit careful with it. There was one I wanted to show you. I must have put it somewhere. See, there's one like that. I mean, half of these have never been used. This is when I used to do my mixed media days. So they're covered in filler. A bit of a soap in warm water and it comes off. Okay, so that's that. And then we have this. Now, oh, there's my coffee right in the way, look. This is my, if you're not perfect in every way, you don't get the cut and you can't come up here and live in my little tray. Now I'm going to make a like a dish of some sort out of clay at some point, because this is where I keep all my Swarovski crystals and things, and all my beads. And there's a little bit of glitter I've managed to sneak in there somehow. And then I've also got little tubs of glitters. Some of them are greens, we've got all sorts of colours. And then I've got all these Swarovski crystals. Now these are my creme de la creme. I love these. I don't know if you can see them. Which is what I was unpacking some the other day, which is on the end of that other last video that I did. But I've got quite a few, I have to say. I bought some not long ago. But then finding these ones as well was just made my day. But these are from nails, majority of these. But they're not just Swarovski crystals, although I've got probably 12 bottles of Swarovski crystals, which does please me greatly. I've also got things like these. They're like little rivety kind of things. I don't know if I can get it so you can see them. They're just, oh, there we go, look, with the white background. They're just strange little rivety things, which would be great just to push into the polymer clay. Things like this. This is a like a string of them. It's not Swarovski crystals. So the ones that aren't Swarovski crystals, I'd be a little bit tempted not to put them near the oven. I know that makes it awkward for when they come out. Or if you're going to put them in the oven, put them in and cover them over. And the ones like the Fimo Clay are probably quite a good one because they only have 110 on the cooker. So it doesn't get as hot. Like the Arteza, they're 165. So I don't know how they would fare in the oven with that, to be honest. We've got things like little stars. If you can see that. Just lots of different little embellishments. Anything little and I'm there. If it's shiny, I've got it. If I haven't got it, I must have it. I am terrible. The worst, my husband will tell you, worst ever in the world for shiny magpie. Sparkly is just to die for. And I am such a massive fan of Swarovski crystals. I mean, that comes from when I had my nail business years ago. Otherwise, you could put a Swarovski crystal on somebody's nail, usually on the fourth finger in, and do one sort of feature nail. And then once you put the top coat on it, whether it air dry, gel coat, whatever, they would lose their shine immediately. But Swarovski crystal never did that. They always shined and continued shining on. And they always stayed as well. So I am great Swarovski crystal lover. That you're looking at now is a black glitter. It is absolutely adorable, isn't it? And I think I won that on a nail competition years ago. I was entered into. It was part of a package deal that first place I won. That's really about it. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention these half beads. So I've got blues, pinks. I ordered these off the internet. Somewhere I've got some half bead purples as well, but I don't know what I've done with them. And I have seen those recently. Peaches, pinks. And then these purple ones are all the same size. But again, they're all right. But I wouldn't want to put them on and put them in the oven, because I don't know whether they would not melt. If they're a little bit dearer sort of bead and you pay a little bit more for them, I think they probably stand more of a chance of survival in the oven. If they're a little bit on the cheaper side, which I think these ones were, perhaps what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, is tomorrow we'll do a video together and we'll see what melts and what doesn't. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? And I'll put up a video and see if any of these melt, if any of them stay. I'll put all of these bits on there. We'll try some Swarovski crystals as well. And just some other embellishments. We'll do a big square of Fimo Clay, and then I might do one of the Arteza as well. And then we'll compare them both and see what sort of temperatures you can put them in at and what comes out the other side. So we'll definitely do that. So I'll sort that out tonight and arrange and figure out in my head what I'm going to do, and then we'll go from there. I just really wanted to show you through just some of these. I was going to have a quick look and see what they looked like as a bead, as a tile. So let's try it out. Okay, so just push it down. If they don't stick overly great, use some Fimo liquid clay, and that should help them stick, which it will do in the oven definitely, because it's a liquid clay and that's what they do. Just trying to find some sizes that are the same sort of size. That one. So as you can see, we've got white, orange, white. Oh, actually, this would be a good one. I'll make some tiles, perhaps. We'll make some tiles tomorrow together. And then that would, we'll pop them in the oven. Orange. White. they've got some good sizes in here. I mean, this sort of shows you the ideally what sort of sizes we're looking at. That's our puppy. We sawed a tree down in the garden last year. We literally sawed off like half the trunk and brought it in for him. His favourite pastime is chewing wood. And that's what he's throwing around in here. He's a very, very large boy and getting larger by the day. That's nice. And I'll stick a little white one on the very end. That's nice. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that looks lovely. And that's just the peach ones. If you can see that, what we'll do is come along. Now I bought my wiggly one out because I like the edges sometimes to be a bit on the wiggly side. So just making sure that we cut it nice and neat. I mean, it might not look right wiggly. Too late now. Oh, that's just not happening now, is it? What's going on? There we go. Oh. There we go. Well, I think that looks lovely, if I'm honest. Oh, I just broke the top off. See, it does happen to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. If they say it doesn't happen to them on the internet and on programs and that and on videos, it's a big fat fib, because I just lost my top bead. It's still on the paper, on the clay behind us. So all I've done is just copied it and just redone it and just cut the top off of it. So if I can show you that now. So I just left that one down there. That looks really, really nice. And I think that would make a massively beautiful addition to the tiles. Try and make them straight if you can. Mine are a bit skew whiff actually. I think it's because I'm trying to hold my hand back so you can see. So you don't miss out. It'll be okay for our experiment tomorrow. So there's one. Okay, so I'm going to take that one off. I don't want to waste any. So I'll put that one back in here. So next we'll try. Oh my goodness! Right, there we go. So I'll put them away. They're all made the same thing. Okay, so we've got here. Dog hair does my head in. Right, there we go. I'll cut around the edges obviously because I don't want to waste them. So here we've got, they're just metal triangles. So we'll use 2 in that one. Opposite sides. I might have to get my tweezers out. There we go. Put the lid back on that. If you're like me, ladies and gentlemen, keep lids on because I always have been known to spill things. I'm a bit of a nightmare. I mean, this would be a very, very small one, but it'd be worth having. Look, it's definitely very pretty. I was just sat there earlier on talking to my husband, and it suddenly dawned on me. I'd said to him I needed to clear out a couple of drawers because they're getting like really silly, and it dawned on me, why wouldn't I use some as tiles? Just very small ones, big ones. I don't know about you, but I like to have a bit of a variety going on. Ah, these are interesting. These little Let's use this one, shall we? Right, these are just butterflies. Just little plastic butterflies. Now, if you can see them now. Tipped 5 out, so we'll use 5. Like so. If you can see that. I don't know if you can actually. Zoom you in. Right, let me move my clay because it looks like the light's shining from down there. Is that better? Oh, that's better there, look. Right, okay, so I'm just going to cut it into a square or a rectangle, whichever one comes first. Let's move that one over actually. That's it, just gives us enough room to cut an edge. And it's still caught the edge of the wing. Okay. You're always going to need little tiles whenever you do any tiles and things like that. You're always going to need little ones. It goes without saying. So let's see if those ones fair in the oven. Ernie Bernie. Chewing the bottom of my chin. This one's just glitter. I'm only doing little ones, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't really want to waste too much clay. If it doesn't work, then I haven't lost too much. Really, I should sort of figure out that I should perhaps cut it first before I sprinkle on it. Okay. So pick those bits up. If you've got bits like this and you've dropped them on the side and you can't pick them up, wet the tip of your finger just a little bit and they go on. They stick to the bottom of your finger. It's the same with diamond art. If you spill all your beads, don't ever panic. All you need to do is either put a stocking on the end of your hoover hose and suck them up that way, or if it's not massive amounts, you could, just like I've just done then, lick the end of your finger and they'll stick on. Ernie, trying to get on the couch. We don't allow the dogs on the couch. Not for a few months now. We've tried to stop it because they have destroyed our couch slowly. Little monsters. He's just at that kind of testing age. Unfortunately, because he's at that testing age, he's just been booked in to have his castration. Because I've got my other dog I've got is a bitch. So we're going to end up with babies, and I don't want babies. So I'm sure she would love to, but she's getting older now. So Ernie, oh, he's being ever so naughty. Stop it! Come on, sit down. I'll spin the camera around, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see him. There he is, Ernie. This is what causes all the trouble in our house. Sit down. Sit down. There's a good boy. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Give me a look. Say hi. Oh, you bad boy. He's a good lad. Ish. The trouble is you get out of not having babies, and because we lost our old man in March, I think it was. April. I've been told April. Hello, darling. Of course, you go and leave it, and then we went out and bought a pup because our other dog's not used to being on her own. And we're getting older, and it gets tiring. You forget. I'm sure I felt like this when I had Willow, like completely overrun, and which is what he does. He's a bit on the naughty side. He's just trying to dominate at the moment, but it's not allowed. Good boy. Go on then. Go and lie down there. Go and lie down there. Right. Back to it. I stopped him chewing my husband for 5 minutes. Right then, so what should we use next? I think we'll go with the Swarovski crystal. Let me find a largish one. Yeah, they look quite big. Right, now these I'm only going to use one because I don't want to waste them. Is there somebody out our back door? Yeah, I don't want to waste them because they are, I'm sure as you can appreciate and you realise and you know, very, very expensive. So I'm just going to do a little dot. If it goes in the oven and it works, then we'll look at I'll do another video where we can really make some more tiles and really sort of use some embellishments. Oh dear. That should be fine. So there's the black one. That looks alright. These are very small, like I say. But that's okay. That won't hurt. Oh, I can hear noises. My daughter went up to my mum's today to have a dinner. Okay, this is something that I don't like using, but I'm sure many of you probably would do, is leaf. Like silver leaf, gold leaf. It's messy. Okay. So, just rubbed it on there, look. Actually, it's quite pretty. I've never used it on clay. I've always only ever used it on nails. That, ladies and gentlemen, I quite like. I'm going to fill up the whole square a bit. Well, not the whole square, but I'm going to make it evenly down the sides a little bit. You alright, Sean? Yeah. I'm just going to rub it in. Like so. See, and the trouble is, it sticks to everything. It is an absolute nightmare, and it is definitely not my favourite stuff to use. But looking at that, perhaps I will use it a bit more often now, because it does look nice. Okay, so we just cut the edges off, and then I'm just going to cut the area that is completely covered. Lovely. Okay, if you can see that. Oh, now they're both in here, look. Let the arguments commence. So if you can see that, that's completely covered in the silver. Okay, so that'd be a very good one. Oh, now it's going to tinge all my other... Never mind. Hey! Come on now, guys. Ernie, Willow, stop it, come on. These are small bottles of glitter. I'm not going to do these ones because, if you can see, they're very nice. But they're very small bottles of glitter and they're all pretty much the same, just different colours. I do have, well, that'd be nice to use. Try some of this. This is just purple, like long shards of glitter, rather than round. But I thought we'd try a bit of purple. We'll do it on here. Oh, that was a bit much. Okay, so we're going to have a good amount on there. So we're just going to, I'm going to pat it down so I can try and sort of bed it in. It seems to be working. Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. And because it's on a lilac background, oh, that definitely is lovely. Look at that. That's going to be quite a large piece that goes in. That's okay. And it's not like glitter all over me, which is what usually happens. If you saw that, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't see that. There we go. I did not just do what you think I did and pull it off and it tear. God, I'm in a right old pickle. Didn't have my knife right in the right way. This last piece that we're going to have, that we're going to screw all the bits up together, it's going to look ever so pretty. Silver in there and all sorts. Okay, not that that's extraordinarily straight, but not at all. Let's take that edge off and make sure it's kind of straight, really. And we can use it as a tile, which is actually what I've said in the past. If you're going to do it, the one thing that I would say to people, if you're going to do tiles, is please make sure they are straight. Otherwise, when you come to use it, it won't fit. Okay. Which was a hard lesson I had to learn. Okay, oh, that's lovely. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Now I've got a couple of these. I've got some blues, yellows, all that sort of thing. Right, one that I did want to try, which, if it does stay on there, I probably won't continue using it. I'll probably take it back off, is these. Because I want to keep this really as a... just do a short piece. Oh, my puppy's got the devil about him today. Okay, to separate that, all I did was just roll it. Like twist it, and then it just did it on its own. Okay, so I've embedded that into there. And if you can see that, just embedded it. And that looks good. I don't want to waste any of these products, so if they don't look good on the square, then we'll cut it out and then pull it back out and use it again later on. But hopefully some of them, or I hope it would be nice if all of them sort of took shape and worked, would be really good. So I'm just going to make it very skinny, this one. Straight would be good. There we go. Oh, he's still up to no good, look. Ernie! It's got a thing about my husband actually sitting down on his Xbox. He doesn't like it. It's being very naughty. I think that's lovely. That's really pretty. See, all these different things will have different different effects. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to carry on going through now and sticking some other bits to it and whatnot, and then when it comes out of the oven, I will tag on the end of this what happened. Okay, I'm going to find some other bits now and fill up this piece and maybe re-roll this bit and put some more stuff in this bit, but it's very sparkly, look. And we'll go from there. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I've shown you through majority of my embellishments, all my little bottles with my Swarovski crystals in, and all my little glitters and all that sort of thing. Please watch out for the next video that I release, because I'm going to do one where we're going to attempt to put some on some tiles, and then we're going to pop them in the oven and see what happens to them. So fingers crossed they will all come out okay, but we'll do it together and see what happens. So please subscribe and like, and leave any comments in below, and thanks for watching.